My name is Shachar Lubin, but everyone calls me Shay. It's easier. 6 years ago, I fell in love with a city. Hanoi has caught my heart. It's been many years now, but I never get bored with its constantly changing, adapting, shifting, and exciting cuisine. A cuisine that, like the people themselves, never stands still. A city has many clocks for life and for people. There are times you have to rush to work or school, and there are times you just want to sit down and relax with a nice cup of coffee. Food is the same. There are times for eating a nice bowl of noodles, times for rice, and time for a steak dinner. When you spend a whole day in Hanoi, one of the things you notice the most is how the food scene changes from one hour to the next, just like the traffic. In the middle of a maelstrom of Hanoi's morning rush, I find an island of calm for myself, with a dish popular with both young children and the elderly. I sit down at Chi Ha's Chao Suon store. Ha's porch isn't famous outside her neighborhood, but she isn't different than the many other hard-working women in the city who can whack a pot on the street and start serving breakfast. Hot and steamy, Chao Vietnamese rice porridge or soup. This is great as it's a little cold out here. Everybody likes it, children, old people. And if you had a little too much to drink the night before, this is great. Got a little bit of pork in it, some donuts. It's gonna really warm up my inside. Every morning from 6 to 8 a.m., Ha set up a pot of rice porridge to feed breakfast to the neighborhood. I love how she always smiles at customers and passerbys, while her hands have a life of their own, agilely. Of course, as I pass through an alley where people are serving pho bo, a very famous breakfast in Hanoi, I see a mother enjoying a bowl with her carriage behind her, and a couple ordering their favorite food after dropping their beloved kid at school. This scene reminds me of the pure and simple joy that people here have in the morning, and I suddenly have a craving for a bowl of another Hanoi specialty. Guess what that dish is? So I am trying a mot bat Bun Thang. Okay. Now this is a very complex dish, got a lot of ingredients he's going to be putting in there. He's going to be warming up some noodles right now. Just a little bit so they stay a little crunchy and not overly cooked. And he has a lot of ingredients here to add for me. He's adding some chicken. He has some shredded egg. This is a very special ingredient. It's like a dry radish. He rehydrated. It's going to have a little bit of a tangy flavor and a little bit of this kind of ham, pork kind of thing. And then ton of herbs, because in Hanoi you can never have too little herbs. Now the most important thing for me when I eat noodles is the broth, and this broth smells amazing. He's also throwing a few meatballs in there, I see, and some mushrooms. So every bite's going to be different because there's about 5 million things in this. It's going to taste amazing. Let me try not to burn myself. One of the things I like about Vietnamese food is that it's kept open. The flavor is really up to the customer to finish. I have some citrus, all kind of chilies, fresh, in sauce, a little bowl of fish sauce. I definitely like it spicy, so I'm gonna add quite a bit of this chili. Mix it in. Now a little trick people don't know. When I squeeze my citrus, I squeeze it into the spoon, and then I block and keep the seeds out. And a little bit more chili because I want to warm up. It's a little cold out here. Phenomenal. Life is becoming faster and faster everywhere in the world, including Hanoi. It's lunchtime and you can actually see the high-rises emptying out to the street. Everybody's looking for a quick bite to eat just before they get back to the office. They only got about an hour, so they're looking for something close, easy, but still feels a little bit like home-cooked meal. In Hanoi, food options vary from street to street for the days of the week and from hour to hour. Common dishes will include tofu, pork belly or other parts of pork, fried fish, chicken, green vegetables, and fried eggs. Look at all that good stuff. I'm eating com binh zan for lunch. Com binh zan I like to translate as the people's rice. It's sort of like a home-cooked kind of meal, but outside. You order rice, you order a few toppings. It's all cooked already and warm, so you don't have to wait, and you can eat it quickly before going back to the office. I'm gonna enjoy all of this, so I'm gonna dig in and I'll talk to you later. The rice and topping always come with a side bowl of light broth that can differ from shop to shop to moisten and flavor the rice. While rice is preferred by men, when it comes to lunch, noodles of various types are more to local women's taste. Girls often don't eat large meals, but graze on smaller offerings throughout the day.